Mayor, here we are.
Yeah,
another Walk and Talk Wednesday.
Yeah, absolutely. Finally got some beautiful weather.
Oh, it is.
Beautiful. We get to hit Lake Ole today.
Yeah, I actually get to hit Lake Ole. We wanted to do this a couple months ago, but it was always too dang cold.
Way too cold.
One of the reasons, a good reason to be on Lake Ole today, talk about the crack seal project on our pathways.
Yeah, it looks like they got it. They must be done already.
Yeah, they just getting started.
Okay.
So they just closed off the pathways to the pedestrians. We got a sign here warning pedestrians of the work.
Nice.
And so that it should be a quick matter of getting the work complete by the contractor.
Yeah, perfect.
But it's an important project to keep the water out from underneath that pavement, because that's what every pavement's worst enemy is, getting water underneath.
Yeah, absolutely.
The things you didn't know that you didn't think you wanted to know.
Absolutely. Learned so much about pavement.
I know.
Sewer systems.
Well, last night was a pretty short council meeting.
Yeah.
Last couple have been pretty short, and not a lot of activity, but a lot of important things.
Yeah.
So we approved an agreement with the fire department.
Yeah, that's pretty important.
Yeah, I mean, so we've been partnering with the volunteer fire department for forever. And this just sort of formalizes what that relationship looks like, gives them some certainty on the funding source, and then allows the city to be better prepared for budgeting. So we know every year what our contribution is going to be. It also created, it also created a truck fund, which I think is really important. The city will contribute $30,000 a year into that fund that the fire department can utilize for purchasing of equipment to keep doing the really good work that they've been doing on all of our behalf.
Yeah, that's really important too. As we're growing as a community, so does the fire department, just to cover the area that we're building into.
Yeah. There's a lot of conversations happening in the public safety world, particularly around EMS right now.
Yeah.
Our volunteer fire department provides EMS services, but not transport. They do not do the ALS level of service, the advanced life support. I think it's called BLS, basic life support. So if there's a call in town, they will respond. Then we have to wait for an ambulance service to come and transport if necessary. But this is a conversation that's happening. It's happening in T and Lenox and communities all over the state. How do we support EMS services? How do we partner differently, or partner in general? So I would be on the lookout for more information, as that continues to rise as an emerging issue.
And I know in my home county, just north of here, they went through the same discussion where the county could no longer afford to fully fund EMS services. So they were contemplating trying to brainstorm how to address that. That it comes down to a funding constraint, really, for a lot of counties, like you mentioned, across the state. Like so many of these essential services that we need to have, those funding mechanisms are so critical and important to have in place. And when those budgets do get pinched to the point where things are unaffordable because of escalating prices, and it's just important for the citizens and the elected officials to have open minds about how to solve these problems.
Yeah, it's a much needed. Definitely need ambulances.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a couple new guys with us today.
Oh, we do. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us. Yeah. Well, so Sean was introduced a month or so ago at a council meeting. Sean started this week as our community development director. So welcome to the Walk and Talk. We're excited to have you. I don't know if you want to just say a little bit about yourself, introduce yourself.
I'm happy to be here. I've been working with you guys at the city of Harrisburg for probably about 4 years now, just at a different capacity. So it's really great to be here, be in the community. I mean, it's so exciting to see all the things that are going on in Harrisburg right now, especially Central Park. We just keep talking about all the cool splash pads and other things like that you guys are doing for the Central Park area. And it's just such a good regional, opportunity for people to go out and enjoy it with the families.
Absolutely.
Yeah. One of the things I appreciate the mayor and council in bringing me to Harrisburg for is by experience in public works and community development. And seeing the growth that Harrisburg has, it was imperative that we start to expand our community development staff that are to a level that's most appropriate for the planning needs that we have as we continue to grow. Not only the future planning needs, but then also the current workload at hand. Right now, our community development staff are primarily comprised of 2 people, our permit technician and our building inspector. And of course, myself as in a management role. But bringing Sean's expertise on to help with that and help lead and direct the functions of community development is going to be an excellent asset for Harrisburg as we continue to grow. Community development, some people might ask, well, what the heck is that? What does that entail? It's primarily your planning and zoning, your building services, and your code enforcement. Those are kind of the 3 legs of the stool that make up community development for most towns. And so Sean gets to help lead that.
How many acres are under development right now in Harrisburg?
Oh, I lost count, but it's north of 800, I believe.
Yeah.
Currently preliminary planned.
900.
Yeah.
And close to being ready. Some are ready for permits. Some are close to being ready for permits. Our month of the May permit number, I forget the exact number off the top of my head, but it was astounding. The number of permits to be issued through the month of May. So
good. Good. Well, welcome. Now you have another connection to Harrisburg aside from your previous work with CCOG.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife is actually one of the family practitioners here in City
my
of
doctor.
Yeah.
Oh,
small world.
Well, don't make it weird.
Yeah. No, she loves it, and I mean that's kind of our attachment here. Is we visit Harrisburg all the time. We come here, travel, we eat. Our Big J's barbecue is one of our favorite places to go to. Same with Union Social. So it's been a blast. So she loves working down at the Sanford Clinic up there. So
perfect.
Good.
It's been wonderful.
Good. Well, we're on day 3. He hasn't run away screaming, and he keeps showing up. Keeps showing up. So we're
outside. So
right. Like, there's a window. So, anyway, well, another action for on the agenda last night was approval of the temporary event license for Harrisburg Days. So we've got Derick, director of the chamber, tell us all things Harrisburg Days, how we can get involved, what to expect. We're so excited that it's happening. We're grateful that the chamber is taking this on, and we're happy to be a behind the scenes partner this year. So
well, and that's one of the things that most people don't realize, that the city deserves a huge thank you for the last, I believe, 8 or 9 years, because historically these types of events aren't usually run by cities just because of the stress on staff that it takes to do something like that. So with the partnership that we have, both financial, and also in time and talent, we've been able to kind of reimagine some of this too as well, and also take into account what Central Park is going to look like in the future. So with that splash pad and the general area that it's going to be, we're bringing in a giant kid zone, which will be a ton of inflatables. We're going to have pony rides, we'll have face painting, we'll have a petting zoo, and kind of really set the anchor for that as the future of what it will be for families and especially young kids. We're also going to we've resurrected the car show, so that's going to come back thanks to the folks at Straight Line Custom Restoration.
Oh, nice! I'm a fan of those.
Selfishly for me, I was like, "Wait, we had a car show?" Because only having been in town for a couple of years, I didn't realize we had one, and the last one was 2022. So we're kind of excited. That's going to anchor Friday as well, and we're going to start building those days out one at a time. So we'll start by building out Friday, then we'll build out Sunday. So we'll have car show will start. Little Miss will be competition will be on Friday. Then Brandon Jones will play, courtesy of Showplace Cabinets. We appreciate them. Stockwell Engineering, we appreciate them. They're actually the presenting sponsor and one of the anchors that made us be able to have all these fun things. And then Saturday, we just need to take a breath because we got the Tiger Trot, we got the parade, which starts out at South Middle. We also have magicians. We have hot dog eating contests.
Are you doing the hot dog eating contest?
We are.
Are you guys?
I don't know.
No.
We were told to wait. I think Mayor might be the celebrity judge.
Okay, there you go. Oh, jeez. That sounds terrible.
God bless people.
I can put them down, though. Don't get me wrong.
No. Yeah.
Well, Too Drunk to Fish, they'll play the matinee right before Dustin Evans and the Good Time Band. Thanks to Van Buster. Free Tree Service is sponsored with the stage. Les Schwab Tire. Just a ton of people. We've had a groundswell of support, both in sponsorship and people. So Sunday we'll kick it off with the pancake feed. Then we'll also do a fun round of bingo. We're giving away cash this time for bingo. So
nice.
you're gonna want to get registered for that.
Yeah.
And then obviously we'll be right back here to put the stamp on Harrisburg Days at Lake Ole for the Kids Fishing Derby, thanks to the City Parks and Rec Department, as well as South Dakota Game Fish and Parks. So
very
pretty busy
cool.
weekend.
Yeah. Now a little bit different this year. Everything's happening along Columbia. Is that right?
Everything's going to happen along Columbia. We'll close down Columbia starting on Friday, and Saturday will be closed because that's where most of that activity will happen. The car show will happen on Columbia. All of the food vendors will move from the playground area over to Columbia. And we're also, as a surprise, we just found out a couple days ago, we're going to bring in 3 carnival games. And I visited with a couple of carnival operators over the weekend, and we'll visit with 2 more. So the carnival will come back in 2027.
Awesome. Very cool. Well, okay, lastly, before we wrap it up, because we have talked a lot this morning, if people want to volunteer, how do they do that?
The easiest way to volunteer is going to be to log on to harrisburgdays.com and click on the volunteer tab. We've got it separated out by day. So if you know the day you can volunteer, but not maybe what you want to do, you can learn more about it day by day. Or you can follow the Facebook post as a volunteer post on there too as well. But the easiest and quickest will be harrisburgdays.com.
So Derick, I know many hands make light work. Do you have many hands on board yet, or are you in need of quite a few more?
As you know, more hands always makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
We've had good support, but as always, you could always use more. So
Absolutely.
we encourage people from the community that are excited about the return of Harrisburg Days, thanks to the partnership between the Chamber of Commerce and the city. Log on, help us out, and we can keep this thing going.
Cool.
Perfect.
Well, I'm excited for it. It'll be a lot of fun. One last thing before we wrap up. We don't normally plug the study sessions, but next week on Monday is the council's monthly study session at 5:30? 5:30 p.m. But there's going to be a lot on that agenda, and what may be of real interest to the community is a presentation about water. So our water sources, where we could potentially procure more water from, what that needs to look like in the future as we continue to grow. Water is probably our most precious commodity. And so if you're interested in learning more about that, we'd encourage you to join us for the study session 5:30 at the training center. So
perfect.
You guys got anything else?
No.
No? All right. Well, have a great rest of your week.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Appreciate you. Thank you.